Modern Drummer. I'm David Frangioni here live on stage with Anthony Ghazel out with Daughtry. Anthony, great to see you, man.
Great to see you, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming out.
Well, thanks for inviting us out.
Of course.
I love your kit. It's all rock. It just sounds and looks fantastic. So guys, Anthony's gonna take us around the kit. Here we go.
So I'm playing a piano black Pearl Masters. It's just a 6-ply maple, nothing crazy, tried and true. These drums are incredible. Die-cast hoops on everything. So the rack tom is 13x9. We got 16x16 floor tom, 18x16 floor tom. We have a 22x14 kick drum and a 20x14 gong drum, which a lot of guys this will be a pancake drum. Mine is 14-inch deep. To be honest, we just didn't have time to cut it. It had to happen quickly at the start of this year, and we've been using it all year. It's mixed to sound like an 808 out front. So a lot of times I'll hit the 16 in that at the same time, or the 18 in that at the same time, and from front of house it's like boom, and it's like this really big thud of low end, and
love it.
Makes a really cool effect.
Because you're not triggering, so everything's happening acoustically.
Everything's acoustic.
The only triggers are just going to the gates.
Yep, we just got these Pintec triggers for the gates, but there's no fake drum sounds.
No electronics.
Anymore. No.
Now this is a brass 6.5-inch snare. Tell us about this, because it looks loud, if there's such a thing.
Loud. Yeah.
All right. So what's happening here?
Yeah. So this is a 14 by 6.5 Pearl Reference 1 brass. It's 3 millimeters thick, so it's heavy. It's built like a tank. One of my favorite things about these snares is the throw-off mechanism. Both sides have locking mechanisms on them. So a lot of times, like for guys who are hitting their drums with a significant amount of velocity, you'll have your snares kind of slowly throughout the show fall off the bottom of the drum because the throw-off is, a lot of throw-offs are pretty bad. These throw-offs are amazing. This snare is really meant to take a beating.
And to make sure that while you're hitting these hard and you're playing a rock show, right, over an hour every night, right? So that's a lot.
We're playing 70 minutes on this tour.
Yeah. So you're using on the acoustic drums, toms and snares, rock locks, which we reviewed. The Modern Drummer reviewed rock locks. Jason Mehler reviewed them in the May 2024 issue of Modern Drummer. And here I am with the inventor and the CEO of rock locks, right? So of course you're using them.
Yeah.
Tell us about them.
Yeah. So I invented rock locks because I hadn't really had a product that worked. I had tried everything. As you can tell, I'm kind of a gearhead. I've always had gear that I'm very proud of. I am really specific about how I like my drums tuned, and shout out to my drum tech, Andrew Moore. He's the best. He takes care of me. He keeps these drums clean and awesome sounding. He is always look at him, he's running around working right now. But we tune these drums to specific notes. So this is a B, an E, and a B, and the rock locks help keep those in tune. They will stay there. So I don't tune the gong drum to a note, and I don't tune the kick to a note. See how it's kind of dead? Yeah. But the way it's mixed, it's very dead.
It's very, very dead.
Very dead.
But out front, it's got 808.
Yeah, it
roots.
Feels like an 808.
Okay.
And then the kick drum, I just kind of tune by feel, to be honest.
Okay.
It's never been, it just kind of depends on what's going on. But with a 22-inch kick drum, I like it. I basically make it finger tight, go a little bit past that. I like it relatively loose. I like to be able to lean into it.
Do you play the snare ever in this show, at least, with the snares off?
No.
So
Keep the snares on the whole show. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And is this tuned to a specific note?
It usually is. It's usually tuned to somewhere between 200 and 220 hertz, just depending on the day.
Let's hear this bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. That's a great sound.
And I'm hitting rim shots basically the whole show.
Right, right. Because you need that extra body.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
So you're a Zildjian guy.
Yep. I'm using 15-inch K-Lite hi-hats. These are my favorite hi-hats of all time. I started using them years ago, never looked back. The reason I started using 15s is because the left kick drum pedal kind of pushes the hi-hat away from where I comfortably like it. Mm-hmm. That's why I started using 15s, and then I fell in love with how they feel, and they sound great when they're open and washy. I have a 19-inch A Custom These things can get bent like crazy and still not crack. Every 19-inch I have will get bent and bent and bent, and they last a long time. I have a 21-inch case sweet ride here, 2 matching 20-inch A customs, and a 19-inch K custom hybrid China, which is my favorite China by a long shot. I love this China.
Love it. Remo heads, so your classic rock Emperor clear tops, Ambassador clear bottoms, as rock and roll as it gets.
Rock and roll as it gets.
They sound great for you. It works. You like the 2-ply.
I like the 2-ply. I've tried every head possible. And I just, like, after all these years of playing drums, I just came back to Emperors over Ambassadors. Every once in a while I'll use coated Emperors, depending on the gig.
Little warmer.
Little warmer.
But these are a lot more rock.
A lot more rock and roll. So punchy.
How often does Andrew have to change these heads?
So we change them basically on an as-need basis. So this will go first usually. This will go second. This one doesn't get hit as much. So this might last 10 shows or something.
Right.
4 or 5 shows on these ones, you know.
How about the snare?
Snare head, this is a Remo X14, which is basically a thick Ambassador. It's a single ply. So there's the Ambassador, there's the Ambassador X, which is a 12 mil, and then the X14, which is 1 single ply 14 mil head.
With no dot in the middle.
No dot in the middle.
So you went single ply the whole way.
Single ply.
How long will these last?
This will probably last 3 shows.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason I love this head is it keeps the drum, it's durable at 14 mil, it's durable enough to take an ass beating, but it keeps the drum wide open. So I can, if I do need to add a little bit of dampening for the room or for front of house or whatever, I can add, you know, half of a Remo gel or a slight little bit of dampening, but I like to keep the drums as open as possible because that's rock and roll.
Yeah, no, it sure is. And these sound great. Ambassador on the bottom?
Yep, just Ambassador snare side.
P3?
Yeah, using Power Stroke 3 on the kick, Power Stroke 3 on the gong drum. I'm using all Pearl 1030 series hardware, so all their highest end hardware. The Eliminator Redline double pedal with I'm using the felt beaters. After years of trying plastic and wood and everything, I've just gone back to felt.
And Vic Firth, 5B,
5Bs.
with your name on them.
Yeah, these aren't signature sticks. I want to be clear about that. I don't have my own unique size.
But they're branded.
They're branded.
So when you give them out and you know, and they commemorate
I'm going to give you this pair. Look at that.
Wow, hey,
this is for you.
That's really cool, man. Wow, even these, nonetheless. Thank you very much.
Of course.
I actually play 5B Vic Firth wood tip. So this is, but I'm not going to play these. I'm going to keep these because these are special.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, you have some really cool backup snares, and you know, we're all huge Vinnie Paul fans. And that snakeskin drum he did, I had one of those a while back. They're so iconic. What do you got for backup snares here?
So I have this 14x8, the Vinnie Paul snakeskin with the Pearl super hoops on it. So these are not die-cast hoops. These drums are amazing. It's kind of one of those holy grail snares that everybody seems to like them. Every front of house engineer seems to like them. They're used on recordings constantly. Like, Bring Me the Horizons drum tech DM me, I think it was him, DM me recently and was like, we have like 6 or 5 of them or something like that. Like, people collect these things. They're hard to find. They stopped making them. So I found this earlier on tour. Someone in Arizona sold it to me. He drove over to our hotel and sold it to me. I think I paid $700 or something, but love it.
You didn't even find one. I had one in the box. Because the box is snakeskin too.
Yeah.
They did like
so cool.
It's really cool.
To have the box
super
too.
Geek.
And I always put rock lock. I made my own snare straps out of grosgrain ribbon. I always put my own snare straps on all my snares just because the wire. I've had those wire the shoestring, the thin shoestring. I've had that snap in the middle of the show, and then the plastic is sharp and it'll cut your legs and stuff.
Sure.
So
rock
ribbon.
locks.
Snare straps,
but you don't sell those.
I do, yeah.
Oh, you do? You sell those too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The man thinks of everything. I love this.
Yeah, and then we have a Pearl Dual Lux, which is a thin brass shell. This is lightweight, very versatile snare.
Okay. The lightest snare in your arsenal.
Definitely the lightest snare in my arsenal. This thing's awesome.
What's the reason for this?
So the biggest reason is that it gives us another sound in case we ever want it, but it's also the same depth as that one. So in the middle of the show, if, knock on wood here, but if this blows out for whatever reason, which it never has.
Right. But if it does, this can directly replace it.
This boom goes right on.
And it's easier to at least put on, even if that one's going to be hard to take off because it's heavy.
Correct. And then versus that is an extra half an inch, inch and a half deeper.
Yeah.
So you actually have to move the snare stand and stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's going to change the front of house.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
so-
right. And I brought it. It's just on tour with us, and it is what it is. I just haven't taken it home yet. So,
Love it.
So yeah, and of course we have rock locks on everything. We put them on the snare bottom too, because when you're playing rim shots really hard, these tension rods on the bottom can fall out.
And the rock locks don't.
No.
They're stuck on there, which is really nice.
And
You don't use them on the toms, but because the snare's getting so much use, you put them on the bottom.
Yep.
So rock locks as products,
Yep.
obviously they lock the tension rods
Correct.
and the lugs in place.
Yep.
And then now I've learned that you have the snare
straps.
snare strap. Anything else rock
We
locks?
do actually. We did a collab with a brand over in the Netherlands called JK Drum Systems,
Okay.
which I know I've seen these in the rig rundowns before. With a lot of guys have them,
Mm-hmm.
and we did a collab and made some rock locks once. So we have them on a bunch of our cymbal stands. So it's the
to
hooves
hold
with
the
Velcro,
stands.
the hooves with Velcro on the bottom. So they're just rock locks branded hooves, basically.
Oh, cool.
The main product we sell and the main kind of innovative thing that sort of really moved the needle in the drum manufacturing industry is rock locks, and it's baffling how often I see massive bands using them.
Were you saying Lars with Metallica?
Yeah, and but even and I hear stuff from. I had a connection there. So a drum tech that I knew hit up Jimmy, his drum tech, and then Jimmy had my number, and he sends me photos of it. It's crazy to see, but
Fantastic.
what's even crazier is when I see it on someone's kit who I have no connection to.
Sure.
Some huge band.
Well,
It's
and
like,
even
what
with
the
a
heck?
connection, no one's going to play them if they don't do the job.
Correct.
So congratulations
Thank you so
on
much.
that. Rock locks.
Thank you.
Anthony Ghazel. I'm David Frangioni, Modern Drummer. We love you guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and check out more content that Anthony and I filmed, giving you some more history of Anthony's journey, some other drum tips that he has. And thank you for taking us around your rig today.
Anytime, man.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. Thanks
You
for
bet.
coming out.
All
Thank
right.
you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Hope
All
you
right,
guys enjoyed it.